Thanks for staying with us. Journalists in Uganda are calling for the authorities to release a colleague who has been detained days after filming the opposition politician and musician Bobby Wine. Moses Buayo was arrested by police and soldiers last week and was charged with unlawful assembly. Whilst awaiting trial, he has been sent to prison, even though the alleged offence is normally bailable. In a statement, the Foreign Correspondents Association of Uganda said the authorities must not criminalise journalists for reporting on opposition political groups. Rights groups say President Yoweri Museveni, who has been in power for 34 years, is increasingly intolerant of criticism, and journalists are routinely harassed. The United States has extended sanctions against Zimbabwe's top leaders, citing their actions to undermine democratic processes or institutions. U.S. President Donald Trump wrote to Congress on Wednesday, saying the restrictions will not be removed until Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa's administrations implement political reforms. He accused the government of persecuting critics and economic mismanagement in the past year. He also accused security forces of extrajudicial killings, rapes, and alleged abductions of dissidents. Zimbabwe's government spokesperson, Nick Mangwana, said in a statement that the government strongly objects to the accusations of extrajudicial killings and called the U.S. decision to extend the sanctions baffling. The financial and travel restrictions currently apply to 85 individuals, including President Mnangagwa. They target both specific individuals and companies. Now, the U.S. and Gabon have agreed to head up an international group which fights against piracy in the sea off the west coast of Africa. The U.S. released a statement saying the two countries have assumed the co-secretariat of the Friends of Gulf of Guinea, also known as FOGG, for 2020. The group includes Germany, Canada, the United States, Italy, Japan, the UK, France, Belgium, Brazil, South Korea, Denmark, Spain, Norway, the Netherlands, Switzerland, the EU, and the UN's Drug and Crimes Agency. It focuses on maritime crime. The Gulf of Guinea is the most dangerous sea in the world for shipping, according to One Earth Future's annual State of Maritime Piracy report. Most of the attacks have been against ships involved in oil and gas transportations. Now, researchers in Egypt hope to lower levels of evaporation from the country's water sources as climate change and a dam being built upstream in Ethiopia threaten the supply of water. By partially covering waterways with plastic floaters equipped with solar panels, engineers working on the project say it can save millions in cubic meters worth of the precious resource each year.
Researchers at Egypt's Nile University have designed a prototype canal that lowers levels of evaporation to conserve water, which can then be used to boost agriculture or produce energy. By partially covering waterways with plastic floaters equipped with solar panels, engineers working on the project estimate that it can save millions in cubic meters worth of the precious resource each year. Over a period of 8 months, researchers built a solar canal modeled after the Toshka Valley project in Upper Egypt, a network of lakes built in the 1990s that aimed to irrigate large swaths of arid desert for agricultural use. Under this model, lead researcher Dr. Shireen El-Baradei estimates saving 4.5 million cubic meters of water per year from covering only half of the main 50-kilometer-long Sheikh Zayed Canal in Toshka to preserve water quality. It can also generate between 500 to 1,000 kilowatts of renewable energy annually.
This project could be implemented over parts of the Nile, especially in parts where there is no navigation, or replace them in a way that does not disrupt navigation.
Water evaporates due to a multitude of factors, including temperature, air pressure, and the rate of airflow over the body's surface, and has over the years been compounded by rising temperatures due to climate change. Egyptian officials say that there is currently around 570 cubic meters of water per person per year. Hydrologists consider a country to be facing water scarcity if supplies drop below 1,000 cubic meters per person per year. Egypt's figure is expected to drop to 500 cubic meters by 2025. That is without considering the impact of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, which Egypt says will lower water levels further, though Ethiopia says it has taken the needs of Egypt and Sudan into account.
The construction of the Renaissance Dam in Ethiopia is one of the problems facing Egypt currently, as well as other countries. Reducing the water evaporation levels, if implemented in all canals in Egypt and other big water streams, will save up to billions of cubic meters of water.
At a relatively low cost, scientists at the university believe if applied to the Nile River, the solar canal can save between 2 and 3 billion cubic meters from the country's existing 55 billion cubic meter share each year.
Now, on Wednesday, we introduced you to Kentene Konate, one of the many women in Burkina Faso who is breaking the mold in the mining sector. Her and a few dozen others have formed a vanguard of women workers overturning long-held traditions in a male-dominated industry. Let's take a look at their story.
Tene Konate takes pride in telling incredulous relatives about her job driving a 72-ton dump truck around the vast open pit at the Houndé gold mine in western Burkina Faso. The 42-year-old single mother is one of 111 women at the mine, many trained for jobs that would more traditionally be done by men in West Africa: hurling rubble, blasting rocks, or driving heavy vehicles. Konate and her female colleagues are the beneficiaries of a global push by mining companies to bring more women into an industry that has lagged behind others in tackling gender imbalances. They remain firmly in the minority, however. Women make up just 11% of the workforce at Houndé, which is run by Canada's Endeavour Mining. Konate started work at the Endeavour mine when the processing plant was still under construction. With no related skills, she was employed to pick up plastic bags and debris on the mine floor. With regular training at different posts, Konate was eventually promoted to dump truck driver, which she does without supervision or assistance. She says working at the mine has changed her life. She has a house in Houndé and can easily pay for her daughter's schooling.
Tout dans ma vie. Tout. Je ne peux pas dire qu'il n'a pas changé quelque chose dans ma vie.
Work at the mine has changed everything in my life. Everything. I can't say it hasn't changed something in my life. It has changed everything. I don't know how to say it, but before, when I was in Bobo, in my house, I didn't even have a chair like this one. I used to sit on a stool, but today, here I am, sitting on a sofa. I look at the TV and I am comfortable. I eat what I want. The mine has changed a lot, changed everything in my life. I can say that.
She did odd jobs working at the kiosk, cleaning houses, preparing food, making concrete and putting 100 francs aside every day with a friend, saving 3,000 of that a month, less than $5 until she had put enough aside to open a bank account.
Choosing what comes easily never produces good answers. You always have to fight. As a woman, you fight even if it is just for 100 francs. With 100 francs a day, you can do something. When women fight, there is nothing like.
Konate and her female colleagues represent parts of a global push by mining companies to bring more women into the industry.
And that's the program today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Teniola Shobowale. Bye for now.